Today we're going to take a loop through the Superstition Mountains, featuring some elevation gains, some really interesting hiking, and our need to push through a lot of adversity to get to the reward we sought at the end. Today we're going hiking on the Bluff Springs Cave Trail and Peralta Canyon Loop, which features a spectacular vista at the end and a little treat courtesy of Hairstyle and Hiker. So strap in and let's go hiking. You'll find the Peralta Trailhead just to the east of Phoenix off of Peralta Road off of US 60. If you take the 60 out to Gold Canyon, you should see the signs on the left. We've also included a link to our map of our trail loops, which also should provide you with some direction as far as where you're going. We went out Saturday night after Nicole got off work and went and sat up on some state trust land off of Peralta Road. And I wouldn't say it was crowded, but there was the presence of some other campers out there, especially the van life schoolie crowd. Make sure you're checking and knowing whose land you're camping on out there. It is state trust land, so you will need the Arizona State Trust permit, which you can acquire online for $15 for an annual permit or $20 for a family one. And we'll throw the link in the description below on that one. And there's a lot of places out in this great state that we'll now be able to camp on. Got up in the morning, made it to the trailhead. Peralta Canyon Trail is a very popular trail, so you're going to find that that parking lot is going to fill up right after sunrise. Basically, it starts filling up. We ended up parking about a quarter-mile away at one of the overflow lots. Not a big deal, easy walk to the trailhead. Most people, when they do this hike, they just run straight up the gut up Peralta Trail, but we decided we wanted a little extra challenge, so we chose to take this trail. The first bit up Bluff Springs Trail was a fairly easygoing trail, fairly smooth, nice conditions. The views started to really open up as we climbed. We were looking for the cave trail as we were going. We actually missed it the first time. It is not well marked. Just be keeping an eye on your GPS if you're going to go this way and know that you're getting close to that turnoff. As soon as we got onto the cave trail, it got interesting. The trail started to tighten up on us. It was obviously not well traveled. That was kind of an indication of things to come. And pretty soon we found ourselves doing a lot of boulder hopping and crawling, and this was a point where the adversity level started to ratchet up on us a little bit, and we needed to push through. Point at it again. Where at that trail? Where's that? Over there? Oh boy, there's the trail that we could be on, but we're not, because I'm an idiot. Here's the trail that we are on. Goat Trail. That's us. So if you find this video, we had a really good life. We enjoyed ourselves. Now, we got to a certain point where we kept seeing this granite slab of mountain above us that I thought, yeah, the trail, looking at the GPS, it's probably gonna skirt this, and it doesn't. It takes you right up the gut on it, and you're gonna end up climbing up a nice narrow draw where there are no cairns to be found. When we got into this, we really started getting confused and having some issues with not knowing what way we were gonna go because we couldn't find cairns. Obviously, on a big slab of granite, there aren't footprints to follow. We did the best figuring the GPS and some dead reckoning and decided we had to go straight up the hill. We got about halfway up. It really became apparent that this was a challenge. This was the biggest challenge that we've had yet now that we happened into it. And as you'll find out here in a little bit, it really pushed my confidence game to where we know we can start taking on some bigger challenges. Stay tuned, you're gonna find out about that reward. But for right now, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button or subscribe to our channel. It really helps. We can really use all the help we can get. We're just getting started, and we want to keep these videos coming to you. So we get in this landing, and we kind of start freaking out, looking around. This is the moment where the big part of the fear sets in, and we've been on hikes like this before, and they were usually out and back hikes. So we got to a situation where it got hard and we would turn around. Now where we were at this point in this trail, and where you're gonna find yourself if you go on this trail, you get into this challenging spot, and if you look behind you, you just came up a really big face, and now you're going to have to go back down it again and go back through that rock field that you just crawled over. Or you just go the last little bit up this mountain and it will level off. And as I'm looking on the GPS and we're talking about it, that's what our consensus kind of came to was we're going to go back that way. We're going to have the same hard crawl, and it's not going to be any fun, and we're going to go back to the car defeated and pissed off that we just spoiled a whole day and a whole hike. So we made the decision and we powered through, and we helped each other through. I mean, I was pushing Cece up, and Nicole was behind me, and we were going together, and we made it up that hill. And when we crested that plateau up on top of that hill on that ridge, it was amazing. And the reward was the view and looking down at Peralta Trail, where it's just a string of ants of people down below you on that trail, knowing that on this trail, the Highline Trail, the Ridge Line, the Cave Trail, we were the only ones there. We were the only people on that trail that we saw all day for that section of that trail. So it is worth it for the view, for the solitude. It's just going to be a challenge, and no going into it, it's going to be a challenge. But if you look on All Trails and the reviews in there, you'll see that there are people that have done this trail at 70 or 80 years old. So you can do it. You've just got to persevere and push through that one really difficult, challenging part of that climb. And it's just going to be you on all fours crawling up that hill. And you can do it because we did it. Once you get up to the top there, you'll actually see, you'll kind of end up into this alcove, and there's some rocks stacked up there. People have left for their, there's like rocks that they stacked up that they left as a, whatchamadoodad, their way of saying I've been here, I guess. From that point on, keep an eye on your GPS. I mean, you really only have a narrow stretch that you're going to be able to walk through because you're going to have a cliff on this side, you're going to have a wall on this side. So work your way through there. You're going to find your way to where you need to go. And then you're going to rejoin up on top of the saddle with the trail that came in from the Peralta side. And as you get to that point, you'll also get your first glimpse off in the distance of Weaver's Needle. And that's kind of the treat to this hike, is the view of Weaver's Needle. But go past that and you'll take another, I don't know, quarter mile trail or so to a point where there's actually going to be a beautiful vista with a big tree that you can hang out under, have your lunch, check out that view and enjoy it. Now for us, here's where the surprise comes in. Nicole brought her hair cutting stuff. We found another spot just kind of off to the side. Roll that beautiful hiking and haircuts footage. That's right. We hiked in, and our reward, our treat, was getting to have a haircut with a view. We got the haircut done, and it was time to come back. And this time for the trip back, we elected to come back down through Peralta Canyon on the easy trail. I mean, we beat ourselves up pretty hard taking that Ridgeline Trail. So the climb back down is beautiful. It's scenic, especially in the first third or so as you're kind of descending down through the different rock layers. And the trail down is fairly easy. There's a couple hops here or there, but nothing that's really gonna be too taxing on you. It's just another slog downhill. Couple trail crossings, so if you need to pick up some more water or whatever, bring your filter with you. On that note, let's go ahead and talk about some preparation ideas for this hike. Now, we did this hike in the first weekend of March 2020. There were plenty of opportunities, even on the Ridgeline Trail, where we were crossing little teeny trickles that were coming out of springs, so there was opportunities there to pick up water. And then as we came back down Peralta, there were a couple of opportunities where we saw water trickling that you could have picked up water again. At least in the wintertime, I know that there are good spring flows there. In the summertime, I don't know. I personally would never go out on a hike like this into the Superstitions in the summer, just because of how damn hot it is. We're not going to be able to take Cece with us. After that, we kind of got back to the trailhead, congratulated ourselves for making it. I can see the parking lot from here.
So exciting.
Oh.
And it's so exciting to see cars. I didn't thought we would have.
Really?
I thought we were going to die.
could have been bad. That could have been real bad.
Which was cool because Nicole got to utilize our new sweet drawer system in the Forerunner and make us some sweet sandwiches on the side of the trail, which we wish we would have brought. That's another one here. So bring your water filter and bring food. And then we went back down Peralta Road a little bit, found another spot out that was a little more secluded than the first one we had, and made a beautiful dinner and kind of reflected on the day. Overall on this hike, we had recorded our distance at 5.9 miles. That includes a couple points where we got way off track. So I'm sure if you did this a little more streamlined, you'd be probably closer to about 5 3/4 or 5.5 miles. Our recorded elevation change on ascent was 1,502. I've heard of other people talking about that their elevation ascents were closer to 1,800 feet, so it's going to be somewhere around there. I think All Trails has it listed just shy of 1,500. Just know you're going to be in that 1,500 to 1,800 feet range. The big bulk of your gain is going to be in that first half of that climb, especially the portion where you're going up the granite rocks. We did the overall trip in about 7 hours and 10 minutes. Our moving time was about 5 hours and 15 minutes. We filmed our little treat there at Weaver's Needle for about a half an hour, and then we had an hour and a half of getting lost and stop time and talking. So make sure you plan all day for this trip if that's what it's going to take. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment. Let us know how we're doing, or if you got any suggestions for hikes you want to see, leave them in the comments and let us know. I'm Matt Kester. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Frugal Explorer Dad, or at our website, www.frugalexplorerfamily.com. Find my wife and hiking partner Nicole on the Instagram at Hairstyle and Hiker, or Nicole Kester Hair, or check out her website, www.nicolekesterhair.com. Also, we're pleased to announce that Nicole has partnered with Carissa Herlin, a fellow stylist that she works with and good friend, to produce their own podcast now called The Good, the Bad, and the Hair, where they talk about life and being a stylist and being moms and all sorts of interesting topics. So if that's something that you're into, go ahead and look them up. You can find them on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere else you're going to find your podcasts. And also, they do have an Instagram page, The Good, Bad Hair. So give them a look, give them some love. Thanks for watching. Have a great hike. Bye-bye.